Hello and welcome along to another episode of this FM20 story, A Wandering Dork with me, Daniel. It's Season 3, Episode 8, and today we're back for an absolutely massive game as we start on the profile of Cameron Archer. He's going to be playing today despite not having as much football as he'd like this year. Really has been third choice for the most part, but due to an injury to Aaron Presley, Archer will be leading the line today, and we're certainly hoping he can find a return to form. But we also start here to avoid any spoilers. If you're not up to date with the series yet, then please do click back on the eye above to catch up. It really has been an interesting season, and I've had a great time making this series so far. If you are enjoying the series and excited for today, please do put a thumbs up on the video. A massive thank you to those of you that continue to follow the series. I really do appreciate it. And it's the first Dorking episode I'm recording since I reached 1,000 subscribers. So a massive thank you to everyone that's helped me reach that milestone. And let's try and push for 1,100 now. And to do that, of course, if you are new to the channel or enjoying what you see, please do make sure you subscribe for daily FM20 content. We've got 2 long-term stories rotating each day, so Dorking Wanderers in this one, and then the head coach will be back tomorrow. But we've talked about the reason we're starting on Cameron Archer, just because he's going to have to play today, hoping he'll add to his 11 goals in the league this season, and let's see the game he's going to be playing in. For those of you that are up to date, you'll know it's a playoff semi-final, and we're facing 4th place Barnet, who managed to get through, probably how the playoff should be really. 4th and 5th played 6th and 7th, and the top 2 ranked sides got through. So it means we've got a slightly tougher test than the old playoff format, as we otherwise would have placed 5th place Aldershot, but let's be honest, there's only 1 point between them, so it's not going to make a huge amount of difference, and Barnet have got a significantly worse goal difference, so that should help us out defensively. But we've only lost a few games all season, although we did fall away towards the end of the year, and as a result the dynamics aren't perfect, and I'm a little bit worried about what that means today. If we do reach the final, Presley won't be fit. Adoma's obviously played his last game due to a serious injury, and this game is a repeat of the one where we probably lost the title in mid-April by drawing at home to Barnet and not staying on top ahead of the final day. So this game's going to be absolutely crucial for us. A playoff semi-final at a rainy Meadowbank. It's only one leg now due to the 16 playoffs, so whichever one wins this one-off game will make it to Wembley, and it looks like we'll be facing Leyton Orient, who are heavy favourites to go and beat Aldershot. But the board are delighted either way. They expected us to avoid relegation. The media predicted a top half finish, and we made it to the playoffs and ran close to the title. So we've started our little trial process as well, something that will be held up because of this. So just today I've made the bids for the trials. We'll bring them in for the next 4 weeks, get a little bit of fresh blood around the place, and they can work perhaps with our under 23 coaches so we can establish which ones are best for next season. It's crucial to me that we don't fall behind. Even if we do get promoted, we want to see which young players are the best, and it's worked for us in the last 2 years. The likes of Whittaker, Archer and Presley have all come via that method, as have most of the rest of the squad, so I don't want to lose out on the best tier of prospects. If we end up with the second-rate ones, it will only harm us next year, so I'm having to try and balance my approach here, knowing we're probably not favourites for promotion. We're the only semi-pro side in the top 5, so we've got to take heart from that, and let's go and get straight into this game today. I know we just want to see how we fare. We've not had any games off camera, bar a morale boosting win against the under-18s, and even then we conceded 2 goals. Unfortunately, Terrell Whittaker couldn't end his goal drought, so that's left us in a little bit of a lurch there, but a few players getting some fitness if needed, just in case we need them in the semi or the final. But let's go and get in and see our lineup. It's probably a pretty familiar one to start with. We've got Leyton Orient playing Aldershot at the same time, so we'll keep an eye on that if we're winning, but for now we've just got to focus on ourselves and make sure we can try and get the positive result. I'll be honest with you, I don't really care how we do it. If we do it on penalties or in extra time, I couldn't care less. As long as we get through, it's a fantastic achievement. And look at the crowd we've got coming in today. 4,100 expected. That is by far the biggest attendance we've ever had. If I go to the club records, I think it was 2,000 something before that. Let's go and see if we can find it. 2,770 against Leyton Orient. So we're absolutely blitzing our record for this one. So let's go and have a look at the 11. Pretty familiar as you might expect. We've got Ramsbottom in goal, Ethan Vaughan and Zamura at fullback, with Humphreys and Lomas joined at centre half. Lomas forms a little bit of a concern, but there's not too much I can do about it. When we brought in Harbottle, he's not played too well, and O'Dwyer's been a little bit miserable in training. We've got Smith joined by Honda Mark in central midfield. Another one that's just gone slightly off the mark is Honda Mark. Really has struggled in recent weeks, but he only needs a screamer to get back to form. We've got the Lonies, Lopez and James on the wings. James obviously coming in for Adoma, who's been injured. And then Whittaker joined by Cameron Archer up front. Aaron Presley injured for the rest of the season and won't play any part in this playoff campaign. That does mean that Jason Pryor's on the bench. He's retiring in a couple of weeks, and what a finish it could be for him. No longer good enough, about 1.5 star ability, but if he could come off the bench and nick a goal, you never lose that poacher's instinct. We've got the likes of Georgie Gallagher, Whelan and Harbottle alongside them, so let's get into this game against Barnet and see if we can make it to Wembley. Let me know if you think we can do it down in the comments, and we'll see how many are right when we reach the end. Well, a 4-3-3 for Barnet. They've got some really good players. We only played them in the last episode. The likes of Reynolds Johnson. Loach was a constant threat in goal. Made some brilliant saves in that game. Santos centre half. Villette on the left wing. Coulthurst up front. We're definitely underdogs in terms of on paper. But of course we finished higher in the league. And we should be taking that momentum into it. Although we did fall away at the end, we still finished in a good position. And the lads are motivated as we tell them to pick up where they left off after a morale boosting win against the under-18 side. Let's get into the first half as we go via a rare tunnel interview at this level. We couldn't speak more highly of Jake Gallagher. He will get a new deal regardless, and hopefully Fabio Lopez makes us stronger as we're not too worried about Barnet's injuries. Into the first half we go. We kick off hoping for a magical day. Well, I don't know what's happened. We've just come back and it's celebrating a goal. We didn't even get to see it. What on earth's happened there? I mean, I'm delighted we're ahead. But what has happened there? We came back after the goal had gone in. It's a free kick from Smith. That's why we paid him the big bucks this year. What a finish into the top corner, son. And despite not seeing it the first time round, we lead 1-0 with a quarter of the game gone. We've dominated so far as we come back at the end again. These highlights are coming back at awful timing. That one was just whistling wide of the post. But Barnet yet to have a shot on target, and with half an hour gone we're absolutely flying. We've got a throw in at right back. We've finally come back at the start of one. Lopez into Hondermark and now Smith, and he's causing chaos again with a great ball through. Whittaker's 1-on-1. Can he finish? Oh, it's a great save. Scott Loach, the England under-21 keeper, does the job, and it's behind for a corner kick, and it looks like Smith's going to take it again. What a performance he's put in. He's been pretty good this season. Falls for Humphreys and deflects down. Cleared off the line, blocked by a sea of bodies, and we tend to the break it remains 1-0, but Matt Smith has been absolutely sensational. Must be a big game player. This is the biggest stage we've had this year, and with a minute to the break we lead 1-0, although Barnet have got a chance to attack here. Long ball forward by Loach, the keeper. Humphreys does really well to head away. On a booking, he'll have to be careful, the youngster, as he's got interest from other clubs, and I'm sure there's some scouts here watching him. Here he is again on a ball at the back. Long ball forward towards the centre forward, headed as far as Smith. Can he create again? Great through ball for Archer. He's 1-on-1. The keeper comes and he makes a brilliant save. The whistle goes for offside. He wasn't to know that, but a wonderful first half performance, and we lead 1-0 against Barnet. We've restricted them to almost nothing, and we're yet to even see them have a shot on camera. The voice is starting to creak again. Maybe it's just the pressure moments that get to it. As we tell the lads to do it for the fans, I think Nick Haycott may have picked the wrong talk there. Into the second half we go. Let's hope there's not another highlight in this match. I tell you something I've just noticed. In holding midfield for Barnet, Tom Scully, he was the player we had at Barnsley in last year's head coach, playing for us in the Championship, doing a really good job. He's here at National League level, albeit as a young player, and shows you just how much of a reputation these pros have got. We've managed these players in the Championship before. Is Hondermark out to Lopez on the right. We're coming forward again here, a through ball to Whittaker. Please, can he find his goal scoring boots? Of course he does. A big game player, Terrell Whittaker. He finally ends his goal drought, and we look like we're heading to the National League playoff final. We're facing Orient as it stands, who have just taken the lead at the same time. And what a fantastic performance this has been. The lads have rolled back to early parts of the season. Smith with the ball out to the right to Lopez. We're in danger of running riot here. Here he goes to the byline. He's got Johnson pressing him. Beats him and delivers. Hondermark to Whittaker. Shoots and it's a brilliant save. Loach tips it round the post. It remains 2-0. And we've got another outswinging corner to come. It's Smith who's going to deliver. I'm so proud of this performance. Santos heads it away as far as Smith again. Can we find the delivery? He can't. He goes short to Lomas, and again we're just getting caught, eventually being forced to go backwards. Vaughan hoofs it down the right. It doesn't find anyone, but with a quarter of the game to go, things are looking really good for us at the moment. It's Amura at left back for us. Another long ball over. It's working so effectively. Reynolds does brilliantly this time though. The former Luton man nods it back to Loach, and he'll start again from the back for Barnet. Long ball forward from him down the left. He'll only into Ethan Vaughan, who intercepts it. Lopez finds Smith in the middle. Long ball over, Whittaker's in again. Great tackle, it falls for Archer. And now he's scored as well. Skipper for the day, Cameron Archer, taps into the empty net. The cartwheels out as we lead 3-0. And we are finding form at the most crucial time. Let's go and make a couple of changes. Giorgi's going to come on for the lone player, James. Not had the best match, but everyone else is brilliant. I would take Vaughan off on a yellow card, but I'm worried about bringing Jake Gallagher on. So we'll give it 5 more minutes before making another sub, and I'd love to get Jason Pryor on for this game. We'll probably give him the last 10 minutes. Well, we've got another highlight. It's all Dorking Wanderers here. Vaughan finds Hondermark in midfield. Inside to Smith, not the best camera angle, but he goes back to halfway for Lomas. Long ball forward headed as Hondermark, and now Archer on the edge shoots. He's hit the post this time and it's hacked away. Brilliant football. We're capitalising on everything. And with 15 to go, we will make another change. Hondermark's rating's good now. A return to form for everyone we were worried about. Even Lomas has got a rating of a 7. So I'm going to take Archer off in a minute, and we'll bring Jason Pryor on for him, but their pace is causing trouble, so I want to leave them for now, and we'll keep them on as long as possible. So I'm going to bring Jake Gallagher on at right back. Ethan Vaughan will just get a rest for the end of the game. Gallagher's very competent there, I'm sure he'll do a job, and the skipper deserves a run out here. He's been crucial off the pitch this season. Just 5 to go, there's no more highlights, though we are back for a Barnet corner now. I think it's the first attack we've seen them have in this match. In towards the back post, Santos wins the header, but it's wide of the post, we can deal with that all day. And with 4 minutes remaining, we'll go and bring Jason Pryor on. He's going to come on for Archer. Whittaker will switch to the advanced forward role, and what an opportunity this is for us to say thank you in his final home game to a player that's done so much for us in this save. 1 minute plus stoppage time, nothing's going to stop us now. A wonderful performance, and look at the other game. Aldershot have turned it round, 2 goals in 2 minutes. Luca Navarro with a second. We'll be playing them at Wembley. What a fantastic ending that was, and thankfully it hasn't been quite as eventful here. We'll certainly take this calm, comfortable afternoon. It's Lomas at the back with the long ball forward, headed away as far as Gallagher, up towards Whittaker who nods it down. I thought for a minute he might nod it on for Pryor there, but unfortunately he couldn't win the tackle. It's Smith on the left hand side winning it back, long ball over, Pryor's in, this would round it off. Oh, what a save by Loach. I thought Pryor was going to make it a dream day there. It's been a fantastic day at the office, and that would have just topped it off. But he's still attacking the corner at the front post, hasn't lost his aerial prowess. It's nodded away though as far as Hondermark, and he'll keep possession quite comfortably. 4 minutes of stoppage time up. Where's the whistle, referee? 3-0, a fantastic performance, and we are heading to Wembley for the playoff final. We found form again, and we did it in style. A shame we couldn't have done it against Barnet last time. If we had, we'd probably have won the title by now, but that was an absolutely sensational performance. If we can do it the hardest way possible, we won't mind, as we head to Wembley in a couple of weeks' time, and the next episode's written itself now, hasn't it? It's going to be a fantastic occasion. A big special mention to Matthew Smith, who we'll go and praise in a moment once we get back to the inbox. Of course he's going to be highlighted for his performance, as we're confirmed to be facing Aldershot in the final. So let's see what the media said about the game. We celebrate our 29th birthday in style, a record crowd at Meadowbank, a fantastic performance at home to Barnet, and we did it comfortably with a brilliant performance, and the Lone Star Matthew Smith was key to that. We tied him down for next year, we mentioned that in the last episode, and whatever league we're in, he's going to be crucial. He's such a calming influence on the big stage. So there we go, we've got Aldershot next Saturday. We're going to be training hard for that one, and we're playing against a professional side for the second time in a row, so it's certainly going to be a difficult day, but we've seen these lads are capable of anything. So let's go and deal with the press conference. I'm expecting plenty of praise here. I thought we played very well. We don't often get to show these, and the defensive work's good. We haven't conceded in 4 games, as remarkably we ended the season with 3-0 draws. So I guess that's probably the good thing going into the final. I'm sure it could go out the window like the rest. We haven't conceded in 4 games. We've got that defensive solidity. We just need to find a bit more going forward, and it looks like today we've managed that. Smith was at the heart of everything. He set almost everything up, and we got Jason Pryor an appearance in the National League, something I'm really pleased about. Callum Bailey's not playing much on his loan, and that's something we're going to go and look at actually. I want to show you how the loan players are getting on, as there's a few we've loaned out who are doing really well. We haven't decided what we're going to do with him yet. Fabio Lopez was fantastic, but let's finally finish by looking at those loan players, and then we'll look ahead to the final in the next one. So you had to bear with me for a minute there. I completely lost where the new development centre had hidden the loans, but we can look at the 6 players we've got out now. If we put them in average rating order, of course our ones are in there as well. Can we get the ones that are at the club out the way? We can, so there's just the 6 that are out. Matt Ellis has been a star though, only played a few games, 6 starts for Hereford, 1 assist, and he's not really developed a great deal to be honest. A balanced personality, we wouldn't expect it from him, but he was unhappy and wanted to leave the club. Kevin Kavanagh's probably been the best of the bunch, 50 appearances for Concord. That must mean they're in the playoffs surely. They're not, so maybe he's just played in the cups too. 2 assists, 10 goals, and from the left wing he's really improving. So someone we'll probably give a chance to next year. He'll be our backup left wing at whichever level we're at. He's starting to look a really good player, and in the lower leagues pace is so crucial. Then Jordan Anya was the next one, another player who won't sign a new deal, but he did that last year. He was struggling till the end, and then eventually he reduced his demands dramatically. Not had the best season, but he's done okay. Again, I still worry about his personality, but at 20 years of age I don't think he's going to make it, though his versatility deserves an extra chance. Callum Bailey's the man we just said was dropped from the team, playing for Hereford for most part this season. Most of his appearances off the bench, again an average year, but a professional personality, so he's not really harmed his development. Then Gail Calaba's the man we signed at the start of the season. He's gone out on loan to Kings Lynn. He's not developing too well, I'm not sure he's going to make it, but it was worth a trial. We didn't have to pay his wages, and he's going to be leaving us in the summer. And then finally Arash Ahmadi, his progress has been all over the place, probably had the worst season of all of them, whereas Kevin Kavanagh's had the best, and Ahmadi's definitely not going to make it, so I think he might be leaving in the summer. So it just gives you a little bit of a look at the loan players. We'll probably talk about them when they come back as well. We'll look in depth at what we want the squad to be next year, although that'll be hugely shaped by the game in the next episode. And let's look, that game is going to be against Aldershot, the National League playoff final at Wembley Stadium. I do hope you'll come and join me for it, because I can't wait to get going, and it's going to be a massive day for the club, as Aldershot are still there as heavy favourites. We're a semi-pro side, and this could change everything. Going professional after 3 years, back-to-back promotions would be remarkable. We really do deserve it for the way we've played, and of course we finished second in the league. That's the side you always want to go up, the one that have finished closest to the champions, but it doesn't always work that way on the big day. The finances could do with it too. We're not in the best shape there, although we're certainly not in any of the trouble we had last year, and due to getting 4,000 through the gate, we have managed to make a profit this month, something that will be repeated if we go to League 2, but for now we can't worry about that. But if you did enjoy this episode and that emphatic return to form against Barnet, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Let me know what you thought about the game. For me, Matt Smith was absolutely sensational. Absolutely every chance was created by him, and the pace of the front two in behind was so threatening. Aaron Presley might be a blessing in disguise to be missing, because he plays a bit more of the target man style, and for these games we probably don't need it. We just need to get in behind the centre halves. Wembley's a big pitch, it could work for us there, so hopefully the same game plan will unfold, and fingers crossed we'll be able to get the victory, and in 2 episodes time we could be a Football League side, something that would be very exciting for the club and probably unexpected at this stage of the series. Let me know in the comments how you think the final's going to go. Do you think we can do the same again, or will we crumble on the biggest stage of them all? We've got a very young team, so it's a little unpredictable, but hopefully we can keep our solid defensive form, and if we don't concede we'll at least get to penalties. Subscribe to the channel for daily FM20 content from my 2 long-term stories, this one with Dorking Wanderers, which will be back in 2 days for the playoff final, and tomorrow we'll have the head coach, the journeyman story combined with the director of football challenge. He's not going so swimmingly in that one, as it rarely does in the early stages at non-league level, so make sure you come and check that one out if you haven't seen it already. We're just about a season into it, so you've not got too much to catch up on so far. And then finally, I'm part of a podcast which does matchday vlogs and interviews. We've got a couple of series going at the moment, so the latest matchday vlog you can catch up with in the eye above, and we're also available on Spotify, where we do interviews about coaching as well as managing football teams at non-league level, and also we talk about people's favourite games. We've interviewed the likes of Bobby Madley, former Premier League referee, and Mark Palios, the Tranmere chairman, and of course former FA chief executive. So if that's your sort of thing, then please do pop over and give it a try. I really do appreciate it as always. But a massive thanks for watching this one and your continued support with the series, and I hope to see you next time for the massive playoff final at Wembley.